diversity, equity, and inclusion programs at federal agencies are safe, at least for now. A federal judge temporarily blocked the Trump administration from terminating grants or contracts that are, quote, equity related. In the judge's ruling, Judge Adam Abelson also said the government could not require recipients to prove their programs do not promote DEI. This case centers on an executive order President Trump signed on Inauguration Day. And in this ruling, Judge Abelson said the action was likely unconstitutional. The plaintiffs in the case allege the Trump executive order violated constitutional protections, including free speech. CNN has reached out to the Justice Department for comment. So while attacking DEI programs, President Donald Trump honored Black History Month with a reception at the White House. He talked about plans to salute Black American heroes with a sculpture garden. While the celebration itself is at odds with President Trump's campaign against DEI programs, influential Georgia pastor Jamal Bryant is pushing back on the administration's directives. Bryant tells our colleague Victor Blackwell that he is calling for a 40-day boycott of Target after the retailer phased out its DEI program.
The Black church historically has always been on the front line of civil rights. And so Lent is the season that leads from Ash Wednesday to Resurrection. So it is not just a withholding of dollars, but a pushing forward of prayer. A lot in America is shifting, and the church is going to have to be more active and vocal.
Joining me right now for more perspective on the Trump administration's crackdown on DEI is the NAACP's Chief of Policy, Patrice Willoughby. Patrice, great to see you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So what are your thoughts on what's happening?
So this environment is, and the actions of the administration are just a demonstration of hypocrisy, and one in which actions should always mean a lot more than words. You can't celebrate Black history understanding that the contributions of Black Americans are important, and at the same time take measures to end access to the marketplace and to ensure that people have a level playing field in which to be considered for jobs and contracts.
So you've got conflicting messaging here. The Trump administration is saying, eliminate DEI programs, even though we just heard the judge now put a halt on things for now. Trump saying no celebrations or acknowledgments of cultural events or markers like Black History Month throughout government agencies. But then the White House has this event where mostly Black guests, at least from we could see from the vantage point of the cameras, were there, and many were chanting for more years. I mean, this is exactly what the president wanted to hear. He's feeling galvanized. He's feeling as though this is exactly what his supporters, many of whom are Black, are happy with. Do you feel that the president now feels galvanized further, that he is only going to, put pedal to the metal, so to speak, on his ideas about DEI?
Well, first of all, let's look at what is being characterized as DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Those are efforts to ensure that people have an opportunity for consideration. It doesn't, those efforts do not demonstrate outcomes. They don't predict outcomes. They just ensure that the wide range of people in the United States is considered. And so the chanting at 4 more years is very much like the rallies that we all saw in which paid seat fillers would go to those rallies. So I don't really think anything about that. That's performative silliness. What's more important is intentional action. At the NAACP, we're very focused on what this administration does, as well as its actions that limit opportunity. And we are really focused on fighting back in a number of different ways to educate people, not to pay attention to what's said, but to pay attention to what the administration is actually doing.
All right, Patrice Willoughby of the NAACP. Glad you could be with us today. Thank you so much.